All right, once again, it's Sunday. So, you know what that means? Another Scotch Sunday. So, today we have something from the Loch Lomond Distillery, Inchmurrin, single malt, Scotch whiskey, and a Madeira wood finish. It is non-chill filtered, but I could not find anywhere that it says that there's no color added. So, being that it's NAS and that's pretty dark, I'm gonna think there's probably color added. I can't say for sure, but it is non-chill filtered, so it is in Madeira wood finish, no age statement, 46% ABV. This is an island Scotch, and let's see, what else can I tell you? This won the gold medal, as you can see up in the corner there. It won the gold medal in San Francisco Spirits in 2016 and 2017 both. It also won the silver medal from International Spirits in 2018, I believe. What else? Let's see. The Loch Lomond Distillery is kind of unique in that it has, tilt that in a little bit more so you can see it better, that it actually has 4 different stills in there. There's the traditional gooseneck still, there's a straight still, and there's 2 column stills. Also their stills are made so that there are trays inside of the stills that allow for more efficient distillation, and they are actually able to distill spirits of up to 90% ABV. Whereas most distilleries kind of cap out at about 70% ABV. That's out of the still. That's not what they're selling on the shelves. So this is go ahead and read this to you. The Loch Lomond Distillery has been distilling and crafting whiskey on the banks of Loch Lomond since 1814. However, it says that the distill closed shortly after that and did not reopen until much later, I believe the 1960s, 64 maybe, and then I think it was bought out again more recently, I think in 2015. I think when it started distilling the second time, it was the only place that where both grain and malt whiskey were distilled on the same premise. And now they have the ability to do grain whiskey, malt whiskey, and blends all in the same distillery. And let's see, I think they've actually added to the 4 stills. I think there's actually now 6 stills, but I'm thinking that the other ones are 4 more. So I think there's actually now 4 of the gooseneck stills, but I'm not positive. They do have a column and they do have the straight still also. Okay, Loch Lomond has been distilling and crafting whiskey on the banks of Loch Lomond since 1814, whiskeys which are beautifully delicious and as the landscape is stunning. Often referred to as one of the world's natural wonders, Loch Lomond is perhaps the most picturesque and famous of all Scotland's lochs. Long famed for its unique whiskey-making properties, the region has a whiskey history dating back to the 18th century when illicit stills sent peat-laden smoke across the tranquil shores of the loch. The loch, which is home to 50 islands, each with their own story to tell. And yeah, this Inchmurrin is one of the islands there in that area. And yeah, each malt is in the island collection is subtly different as the islands of Loch Lomond themselves. And like the islands, each cask has evolved individually, developing unique characteristics which set them apart from their neighbors. We'd like to invite you on the journey of exploring to discover all the delights of the best Poke Island collection has to offer. Okay. The enchanting Isle of Inchmurrin is the largest of Loch Lomond's islands and was once home to a chapel built by Christian monks in the 7th century. Known as the Grassy Isle, it is soft, rounded, and wonderfully wooded. A tribute sought after as many a malt. large enough to support a small community. Inchmurrin lends its name to 3 distinctive whiskies in the island collection, each sharing the characteristics which make the range beautifully unique. All right, so let's get to drinking. Or actually, we'll get to nosing first. All right, do a little roll. Definitely can smell the Madeira. Get that fortified wine smell in there. Bananas, strangely. A little bit of citrus. I'm going to say lime. Some little, it's like nutty toffee and almonds. Maybe a little honey, but not too much. Seems my left nostril's working a little better today than the right. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. With a little bit, definitely some citrus in there. Okay. Very woody on the taste. There's some fruit, peach, peach and pears. There's some nuttiness on there with the oak, a toffee, maybe a little plum. What do you know, peach, pears, and plums, like the P on my hat. I'll start with P. Not really getting much citrus on the taste, but definitely the fruits, the pears and the plums, particular. Maybe a little marzipan. You know, woody and oaky. Some nuttiness on the end. It finishes very oaky. A lot of wood on the finish, which. Speaking of wood, I forgot to mention that this is, of course, aged in the bourbon casks, and then it's finished off in the Madeira cask. So it's bourbon, and it's going to bourbon and a Madeira notes in there. But okay, this is probably about I want to say maybe $60 or so in that range. And what else can I tell you? Let's see, what else? Yeah, I think that's about it. Definitely dry oak on the finish. Got that oak throughout. The nose, the taste, the oak's definitely in there all the way around. Nutty and toffee flavors and scents. Strong aroma of citrus, but I don't taste really citrus as much as I taste plums. Pears and peaches. Maybe a little bit of plum. But anyway, all right. I like to keep them short. I'm going to keep this one under 10 minutes. You watch. See you next time.